Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and I am that doll collector. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by and watch my video today. Today is Thursday, and so Thursdays are always set aside for the tag Best Friends Club. Yes, and Best Friends Club is hosted by Laurie over at Reborn Huggles. But before we get into the Best Friends Club tag, I just wanted to show you guys my cute little crew. Aren't they adorable? Just look at all these cute littles standing before you. I just can't get over how sweet each one is. Each one has their own little character. they they just make me laugh and smile when I think of each little individual little person, little doll person we have here before us. So look at Alex. He's my newest um, baby baby doll that I adopted, and I decided to part his hair down the middle. I think he looks really cute. I don't have a doll with its hair like styled like that, and I think it looks really cute on him. What do you guys think? And I changed all their outfits, well, most every one of their outfits into something a little bit cooler because it's kind of warm here today in Minnesota. And then look at this little one. Look at Anna. She looks kind of sassy standing there like that in her little skirt. She's so cute. And then Jeremy is right here. Jeremy standing beside her. His little shark shirt. He's always into some type of mischief. And then over on the end, you have sweet little Cindle and her little brother Anthony John. So you have a Pippa Sculpt, Zoe Sculpt, Betty Sculpt, and a Maggie Sculpt. They're all manufactured babies. Okay, but we're gonna jump back into Best Friends Club. I just had to show you guys that. They're just so cute. I look in this room and I just stop and look at them. They're so cute how they're all standing there. Anyway, I'm gonna move the camera down and we're gonna get into the baby that we are going to be changing for Best Friends Club today. And Best Friends Club, let's move this down here. Best Friends Club is hosted by Laurie at Reborn Huggles, like I said at the beginning of the video. And she picks a theme on Monday, usually, and then we dress our dolls on Thursday to the theme. And her theme for this week was tulle skirts or ruffle bums. And then the alternative was the color brown, because in case you don't have a girl in your collection, you can change your little baby boy into something brown. So this is the baby that we are going to be changing for Best Friends Club today. This is my maple sculpt, sculpted by Sheila Mrofka, and her artist was Laura Inglis of Lavender Lullaby Nursery. And this baby is so sweet. Yes, I adopted. I'm this little sweet little one's second mommy. Her first mommy was Amanda at Wawa Angels Nursery. It was one of hers from her collection. So yeah, she's a sweet baby. So anyway, so let me show you what we're going to be getting this little one dressed in today. And I'm hoping that it fits her. It shouldn't be too big. This baby is, she wears mostly newborn size, but she can wear some 0 to 3, and this is 0 to 3. So we're going to see what it looks like. But we're going to put this white onesie. It says Little Sister on it, and it has a little pink bow. And then I just recently found this. It was on sale on Amazon. It's a little tulle skirt type. I think it's supposed to be for photo props, but it's pink and it's got this bow. And Becca over at Becca's Happy Place put the same little skirt on her baby for Best Friends Club today. We just happened to pick the same thing, and I think she's right when she said that the bow is supposed to go in the back because it's you're supposed to show your baby on its stomach and then take a picture, and the bow will be on the back. So we're gonna put the bow in the back too. Um, and then I have a pretty. This came with 2 headbands, and this is one of them. It's like a pink rose and has some pearls and another pink ribbon on the front. I thought it was really, really pretty. I think it'll look really cute on this um, baby's head with this outfit. Okay, so while I dress this little one, I was gonna talk about what I named her. Talk a little bit about the name. I named this baby Olive Emilee, and the more that I think about her name, the more she looks like an Emily more than an Olive to me. I thought she looks like an Olive also, but I named her Emily after my great grandmother. And my great grandmother Emily had a face that looked like this. She had like a wider cheeks like this. And the more I look at this baby, the more I think of my great grandmother. And I got to know her pretty well. My great grandmother Emily. She I always remember her birthday because my mom would always say this too, that you always knew when how old great grandma was because her birthday went with the year. She was born in 1900. So whatever year it was, 74, 86, 92, that's how old she was. It was really easy to always remember her birthday. And as a younger person, I didn't really know my grandmother, Emily. But as I got to be, a young teenager, an older teenager, I came to know her a lot better. She, in her later years, when she couldn't stay by herself, let's say, anymore, and her husband had been long passed, my grandmother went to live with my great aunt, which was obviously one of her daughters. And actually, my great grandmother had 13 children in her life, and um, her first husband passed, and then she had 13 children with her first husband, and then she actually ended up remarrying his brother, who also had like 12 children, I think it was. And but they weren't all 13 and 12 in the house at the same time. Because some were older and whatever. But anyway, she went to go live with one of her daughters. My great grandmother did. And I would go to her house, my great aunt's house, where my great grandmother was staying. And because my great aunt did crafts, and I always liked to go and help her with her crafts. And then I would get to go to the craft shows with her and help her sell her crafts and see all the other crafts that were at the show. It was always really fun. So when I would stay at her house, she would give me little projects to do. And then her and my great aunt and my great uncle milked cows at that time. And so when they would go outside to milk cows, then I would stay in the house with grandma. And it was usually the time when I would give her her snack. And I remember her snack was always one of those like wafer cookies. They were light and crispy, and they had like the cream center. You had the vanilla, the strawberry, and the chocolate. So she would get a couple of those, and a little glass of 7-Up. And then usually at that time I would play either dominoes or Old Maid. But it usually was dominoes, and Grandma always really enjoyed that. She was she was really fun to play games with. Um, it's so funny when you would play Old Maid with her, you know. So obviously, the last one with the Old Maid in your hand, you were the Old Maid, so you didn't want to have that card, right? And when you would go to pick a card from her, if you guys are familiar with that game, when you would go, when it was your turn to pick from her, if she had the Old Maid, you always knew it because because grandma would move her cards so that, like, if your hand was here, she would move her cards lined up right with the Old Maid in hopes that you would pick that card, and then she would start to kind of snicker or giggle under her breath, and you know, it's like, oh, Grandma, you have the Old Maid, don't you? And she would just kind of start to chuckle. It was so funny. You always knew when she had it. But yeah, those are some. I have some really nice memories of my great grandmother Emily, and that's who this sweet little one is named after. So yeah, so I named her Olive, but um Olive Emilee, but I'm thinking that I might call her by her middle name, Emily, after my great grandmother, because I do see a lot of her in this doll. Okay, so let's put her little headband on. And we'll see how she looks. There, what do you guys think? Oh, this baby is so floppy. She's so cute. Here she is, all prettied up in her little tulle skirt. I I I have to get some more white onesies. I'd like to put a white. She didn't come with any white onesie on, and all my dolls have that. So I have to go to town today. I'll probably pick up some more. So that's why she doesn't have one on. But I usually do have a little white onesie underneath. So yeah, she's so cute. And then let me see. Let me see if we can do this. Let's see. I'll turn her little head. Let's see. Let's see if we can get her to. There. I think it's supposed to look something like this. Something like this. So you see the little bow in the back when she's laying here. Isn't she precious? Oh, she's such a precious baby. I love this little girl. Aren't you? Aren't you, little Emily? Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope that you guys all enjoyed seeing my little one get dressed today. My little Olive Emilee for Best Friends Club. Yeah, there she is. So, I encourage you all to join in this tag. This is a really fun tag. There's always a different theme every week, and it's always fun. Okay, well, that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I've enjoyed making it for you, me and little Olive Emilee. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we hope that you guys are all having a very happy Dolly Day. And remember that happiness is always a choice. We love you, and we hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Have a beautiful, happy Dolly day.